What's up, pack members? It's Weird Spirit Alpha here, and you might have noticed I've gone to my Dark Souls design. Well, if I'm in my Dark Souls design, that can only mean one thing. I'm doing a Dark Souls video. Yep, well, Dark Souls 3 to be more exact, but this is not going to show gameplay. I'm doing a rating list, so just so you know, I've gotten through maybe about halfway through the game by now. I've gotten a good portion of the bosses defeated. So I'm gonna rank the bosses on the ones I've beaten so far. And yeah, just so you know, Old Demon King is not included. I'm not fighting that guy. He's stupid, I don't like him. I'm sorry, but I don't like Old Demon King. So anyway, let's get started. So here's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna rank them based on two things. I'm going to rank them how fun they are and how difficult they are. So without further ado, let's get started. Oh, hang on. Let me start at the beginning. Oops, my bad. Don't mind some of this. Okay, sorry if you saw some of those pictures, but, gotta get it done. Anyway, first up is Udex Gunder. So, for fun, I rate this guy a 3. For difficulty, I rate this guy a 5. I mean, he's not really that fun. I mean, his attack pattern's pretty basic. He just swings his halberd around, can grab you and skewer you, and so on. But he's kind of a practice boss, so I don't find him too interesting. Excuse me. Even in Phase 2, when he becomes an Abyss Beast, it's still not really that fun of a fight. So yeah, he's not my favorite for fun. Excuse me. Again, sorry. Talking a lot, scratchy throat. As for difficulty, I give him 5 because this is one of those boss fights that can go either way. It can either go really smoothly or not so good depending on how good you are at Dark Souls and what class you choose. I chose Sorcerer, so, didn't go so good for me. I just used magic to fight him. So I don't use magic anymore. I'm more of a hand-to-hand combat guy now. But anyway, so yeah, Udex Gunder, he's okay. So yeah, Udex Gunder, 3 for fun, 5 for difficulty. Moving on. Number 2 is Vort of the Boreal Valley. So I rate this guy, I'll give him a 6 for fun and 4 for difficulty. So he is fun. He does look pretty cool, and he's fun since, he has the frost breath, he can, sweep, and, charge really fast, and it's not too bad, actually. I died to him a bunch. Vort took me a while, believe me. But he's not really that difficult once you get the hang of him. I mean, excuse me. Late at night. Anyway. But as for difficulty, he's not that bad. I mean, I found out in the first phase you can just stay under him and he won't be able to hit you. However, in second phase, he is able to hit you from underneath, so you gotta change your strategy a little. But overall, it's not too terribly bad. You just gotta be observant and just be careful with your rolls. So, yeah. Vort, I'm going to give you a little bit of credit. Next up is the Curse Rod Greatwood. So, for difficulty, I'm going to give this guy a 2. And for fun, I'm going to give him, for fun, I'm going to give this guy a 3. And for difficulty, I'm going to give him a 2. He's not really that fun, to be honest. I mean, it's kind of slow paced, like you're just kind of just fighting as he's slowly kind of like lumbering towards you. But yeah, and he's not really that hard. Like, the only thing that can really make the fight challenging is the locations of some of the weak spots. So, yeah. But other than that, the fight's pretty straightforward. It's a piece of cake, if you ask me. But once again, if you have a better class, you might have an easier time. But I don't know, maybe it's just me. Alright, so Cursor Eye Greatwood, once again. 3 for fun, 2 for difficulty. Next up is the Crystal Sage. Now, Crystal Sage, I'm giving him a 1 for fun and a 4 for difficulty. Now, difficulty-wise, he's not too hard. Like, sure, some of his attacks can be a little bit painful, but nothing too bad. And the strategy is pretty straightforward too. Just go for him and just wail away. Like, just in phase 2, when he summons the clones, which die in one hit, it's also pretty simple. Like, just kill the clones that are nearby, but if not, the strategy is burn the boss. So, yeah. As for fun, I give him a 1 because I did not like this fight. I mean, it's slow paced, the music is boring, and he has no action to him. He's just appearing out of the ground in whatever random place which he wants, and it's stupid. Like, this is one of those fights where I could probably fall asleep during the fight. Like, yeah, it's that bad. So, Crystal Sage, you failed. Well, you failed. You gave me a boring boss fight. So, Crystal Sage, I'm giving you 100% negative review. Sorry, not sorry. Next up are the Deacons of the Deep. For fun, I'm going to rank the Deacons a 9. Now, I think that's kind of high for what the fight is, but and for difficulty, I'll give him a 5. Now, if you ask me, the Deacons of the Deep, the real fun's in the first phase. Like, once the Archdeacon rises from the ground in phase 2, the fun kind of is gone. Now, this might sound silly, but in the first phase, I had a fun time playing Deacon Hot Potato. Yes, you might be laughing right now, but I like to call it first phase Deacon Hot Potato since he got the red orb jumping from Deacon to Deacon. And, yeah. Overall, the fight's really, not that bad. Like, so yeah, Deacons of the Deep. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. It's a fun fight. The music is pretty nice too. So overall, Deacons of the Deep, thumbs up. Next up is my favorite boss of Dark Souls 3 so far, and that would be the Abyss Watchers. So, the first phase is pretty fun, but before I start, I'm going to give my rating. 10 for fun, and 8 for difficulty. So, yeah. So, obviously, I did die to the Abyss Watchers a lot, and I mean a lot, but no matter how many times I lost, I had a great time with each fight I took. Like, the first phase is kind of unique since you got one Abyss Watcher who takes away the health bar, then a second one comes, which is just a clone, doesn't do anything, but the third one that comes actually will attack the boss. Like, that's very creative. Like, it can still hurt you too, but still, that's great. And the second phase is, well, has the fire sword and, has the awesome moveset. Yes, phase 2 is tough, but I still had a great time fighting him either way. And of course, the main reason why I like this a lot as well, they have a connection to Artorias. And what's the soul called that you get from them? Soul of the blood of the wolf. Like, awesome. Sadly, though, I accidentally sold my Wolf's Knight Greatsword. So, bummer. If I ever play Dark Souls again, which I probably will, it's so much fun. Just to fight the Abyss Walkers again, I might have to get the sword. Like, I've seen what it does. It's pretty cool. But, hey, I can make it through the game without it. So, yeah. Abyss Watchers, double thumbs up. 10 on fun, 8 on difficulty. Awesome fight. That's my favorite. Next up is High Lord Volnir. For fun, I'm going to give him a 2. For difficulty, about a 3. Like, it's kind of a boring boss fight as well, much like Crystal Sage. It's very slow-paced, and, you know, similar to Curse-Ride Greatwood, you attack the weak points, which are, well, his bracelets. And they do burst, but I think the real thing that makes it difficult is on the left hand, as you can see, there's only one bracelet, and he likes to keep that one nearby to poison mist, which can kill you. Well, not kill you instantly, but, you know, it'll hurt you pretty badly, so, yeah. High Lord Volnir, you're not as boring as the Crystal Sage was, but still, you could have done better. Like, I will admit, though, the part when you rise, when touch the goblet, that is kind of creative. So, I'll give you a little bit of credit. Not a lot, but just a little. Alright, next up on my list is Pontiff Sullivan. For fun, I'm going to give him about out of 7 for fun. And as for difficulty, 10. Straight up 10. Like, he's very irritating. Like, I mean, once you figure out what to do, it's not that bad. But, yeah. Also, I'm going to have to give you people who are struggling with a piece of advice. In the second phase, when he summons his clone, the guide says burn that clone as quickly as you can. They're wrong. Pay no attention to the clone. Like, definitely avoid the clone's attacks, but don't bother attacking it. Just go for Pontiff Sullivan himself, because like, it'll deplete the boss health bar and eventually he'll fall. Like, that's what I did, and yeah, I beat him, so enjoy. So, Pontiff Sullivan, 7 for fun, 10 for difficulty. Moving on. Oh, well. Next up on the list is Eldritch, the Hour of Gods, and that's the boss I just beat, just like last weekend or so. Oh, and yeah, like, he can be pretty difficult if you ask me. So, for fun, I'm going to give him about out a 3. A 4. Yeah, I'll give him a 4 for fun. As for difficulty, I'll give him a 7. I mean, like, at first I didn't know what to do, but then as I fought him, here's a little piece of advice. The best thing to do is, go to the middle of the room, and once you see him, like, starting to rise up out of the ground, just dash towards him, because, like, if you get close enough to him in time, then he probably won't summon his orbs, which can chase you. And another piece of advice is, although his melee attacks do a lot of damage if they connect, at all costs you actually do want to actually get him to do those, because if you can roll out of the way, then you can actually get some good hits on him. By the way, two-hand your sword. If you have a good sword, then yeah, that would be great. It helps a lot, believe me. Also, be sure to infuse your sword with lightning. That's what I did. But yeah, that's all I can give for that one. Next up is Yorm the Giant. Well, last up, because he's the last one I would have beaten so far. So, Yorm the Giant, for fun, I'm going to give him a 10. Because, like, Yorm is the best giant boss in the game, in my opinion. And, like, I'm going to give Yorm a 10, or a 10 for fun, because, you know, like, he's just kind of cool. Like, he might not seem like much, but he's kind of cool. As for difficulty, the difficulty can go two ways. So I'm going to give him, once again, a 5 for difficulty, because it can go two ways. Obviously, the best strategy is grab the Storm Roar on the other side and, you know, use that to bring him to his knees. Now, technically, you don't need the Storm Roar or to defeat him, but it speeds things up. Like, obviously, just attacking normally won't, you know, take off barely any damage. Like, yeah, I did not try that. I knew to use the Storm Roar. It did take me a few tries to beat him, but that's just because, like, I didn't know how to run away good enough, and I also had to get used to Storm Roar, figuring how to use it properly. And, yeah. So, overall, Yorm the Giant, 10 for fun, 5 for difficulty. Yorm, you're great. So, that really completes this video. Now, the next boss I have to fight is obviously the Dancer of Boreal Valley. But I have not fought this person yet, so that's the next boss that I'm going to fight. And also, after I beat this boss, I'm probably going to equip the helmet. Like, buy just the helmet, not the armor, just the helmet. And I'm just going to see how it looks with my Fallen Knight armor. So, yeah. Just to test it. So, anyway. That completes this video, so let me just go ahead and jump on back to my Dark Souls persona. Whoops, my bad. Yeah. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I will make a part 2 when I get farther away. Like, I am going to try to, fight my way through the rest of the game. Now, just so you know, I might wait to do all the optional bosses, like excluding Old Demon King. But I think I'm gonna wait to do the optional bosses until I complete the game. Well, I might fight Orsiros the Consumed King and Champion Gunder, my bad. Just because I want to get the Artorias armor, or the Wolf Knight armor as it's called in Dark Souls 3. But yeah. Yeah. So, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and until next time, this is Spirit the Alpha, sign out. I'll see you guys back in the pack.